Hi folks, it's Jason Wampler with another episode of The Rocket Minute. You know what? I just spent the last hour of my life shooting a video on X camera, and the darndest thing, it didn't record, so I get to do this again. This is punishment for all my erroneous ways. What we're going to do today is a little bit of show and tell. Paxton and Valencia say hello. Nora is my third cat. She's starting to become an indoor kitty. This is not a phallic symbol. This is the tip of the rocket. Our student number 1 rocket. This guy here. I'm going to travel to Lowe's and get a coupling piece to join these two halves together. I'm going to go ahead and sand this down. I'm also going to get, for the motor section right here, we're probably going to make an I-200, which I'm level 1 certified, so I can make an I-200 motor for this. And that, of course, is going to go on the business end in here like so. So we're going to make that as well. So you got 1, 2, here you go, like that, 1, 2, 3, sections like that. So we need to do some finishing on the nose cone. But I want to show you there's a specific way to put the anchor spool in here and extend the rod of the anchor spool past the nose cone and put a flat washer with an acorn nut on there and just kind of shape it towards the end. The video I shot on X camera 2013 or 2023, excuse me, and it didn't take, but there was lovely footage of me showing you how to attach a modified funnel to the top of these of the top of a body tube. And gosh darn it, I'm going to have to do that again. I'm just kind of really upset that it didn't take the first time, but I guess that's just the way it goes. And it's not perfect either. I never can get these things right. So we got that. Let's see what else. So after this, it's almost 14 minutes to 8. I kind of still do want to go to the movies tonight. I've got to do laundry, so I've got to get that started and get some change for that, for the machines. I do need to get what do they call it? An attachment piece, a male MPT attachment piece for this. So this will run in here like that, and then I have to set it up with electrical tape. I had the insight, I think, to buy a roll of electrical tape, but then again, you know what? I don't think I have the sense of a dog to have done that, and it looks like I have not. So I need electrical tape from Lowe's. I need electrical tape. I need an MPT fitting, and I need a couple of those 3 items. And gosh darn, what else? And then that coupling piece. Let's see, what else? You know what? That last video was deplorable. I kept falling asleep on it. I think it's a godsend that maybe I'm not showing it. So that's pretty much that. The MPT fitting, the electrical tape. We get white electrical tape so you can't see the shimmy. And then, so the coupling piece, the shimmy, the white shim tape, and then of course the male MPT thread, those pieces. And there's something else. Hey, no, she doesn't want to be bothered. Paxton, I've told you about that. Your sister doesn't want to be bothered. You leave her alone, okay? Okay, now I'm thinking Valencia doesn't like Paxton because Paxton's back together with his mother. I could say something right now, but I'm not going to. I don't want to sound like I'm politically incorrect. But what is political incorrectness anymore? Okay, so off to doing my laundry, getting these parts, and working on this some more. Maybe buy another shirt, I don't know. Woe to me. Let's see, what else? You know what? Glad I remembered. Paxton, I'm real sorry that your sister's mad at you like that. But you know what? Oh, shoot. And never mind. I'm not even going to get into it. Cats and cat politics. You get, by the way, you get more than 2 cats in your house. You get what's called kitty politics. I already said something about that before. I learned that a long time ago. This is a control unit. I will want to take some time to explain this. Well, this is a launch control unit. I have some parts made from a previous control unit. This is a basic control unit for launching rockets. It's 2 mode, and I'll show you how it works. With this guy attached to these guys, you know what? I think I'll just do that right now. Please, man. At this point, I shot a beautiful 59-minute video. I go to upload it and it's not there. It's not in my files. So this crap happens. This poo-poo happens. So I'm not going to lose my mind over something like that. But if somebody else wants to feel free. I gotta get some snippet pliers too. But here we're just gonna cut this ends off real quick, like this. You know, scissors work just fine. These are $1 scissors specials from Harbor Freight. They work just as fine as snippers. There you go. I'm gonna vacuum this place, by the way, afterwards. I keep mentioning that. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Keep your workplace clean. You'll be a lot happier and more engaged in a clean workplace than you will in a place that's got too much clutter. If you leave your clutter sitting, 10 days worth of clutter is going to take you a month to clean up. Cleaning up your clutter over a period of 10 days will take 15 minutes each time, so that's 10 times 15. That's 2.5 hours versus 10 days, or for 2.5 hours versus a month. So the more you clean up after yourself after you've actually made the mess, the easier your life will be, I promise. So we're going to cut this, and we're going to drag and pull. Okay. I kind of don't like this trash can over here like this. I have to keep lifting the lid. Okay, so there. You need one of these tools. This is an ancient pair of strippers. And guess what? Nora is meowing. Get back in the house. I'll put the foot down. I'll put the foot down with that cat. I'm gonna make her just stay inside. I sure hope this is actually recording too. Because I don't want to have to shoot the darn video a third time. Of course, it's good discipline for me because yesterday I just got too lazy to do anything about it. And let me get the scissors again to kind of groom the lengths here. These connectors, I got 3 of these. These are male connectors, as you can tell. They're a little hard to work with, so you have to be careful. You have to kind of know what you're doing. But, there you go. They're a little on the cheap side. I'm going to drop this here. This is probably the best Phillips screwdriver I've ever gotten. It's a Husky. And I recommend it. I'm putting these 2 guys back. I'm not putting them in there. And I want to show you how I'm going to attach this so I can give you a working demonstration of how the gosh darn thing works. Let's pull these guys apart. In fact, let's just completely pull them off. I'm thinking I want to upgrade these screws because otherwise the darn things strip out. Okay. I'm showing you how to work with this. I know this doesn't have anything to do with rockets, but you know, guys, if you get out to the range and nobody shows up, you know if you go to a meet where nobody's there because they canceled, they didn't bother to tell you. That's happened to me before. That does happen every once in a while. You bring your own stuff. You bring a generator set, canteen, umbrella. You bring one of your own launch controllers, car battery, inverter, or generator, and a set of tools. It's not like it's against the law. You can go ahead and sponsor the launch yourself. And then just, you know, if somebody else does show up, but for whatever reason, the NAR chapter president doesn't show up, or the AAA chapter president, AAA doesn't do that, but NAR does every once in a while, then, you know, you got a couple of people that show up, you know, where there's 3 or more people, Rocketeers, you have yourself a party, and you can just take the lead because you've got a toolbox, you've got a 2-channel launch controller, you've got a car battery, you've got a generator set, inverter, you got you got a repair station. You don't even have to collect the funds; it'll just be a free launch, and you'll be coming off like a white mushroom, and everybody will be able to have a good time. Just a thought, because like I said, every once in a while it does happen to where for lack of a better word, the individual who's supposed to be there, sponsor launch, does not show up, and it's very, very discouraging. Okay, so I forgot we got to do something about that too. Let's see. The first thing we do, like I said, I want to give a working demonstration. Look at little Valencia. Little Valencia now hates Paxton, her adopted brother, but she kowtows to Nora, because evidently Nora is the alpha female. I don't know, man. Don't sing an animal's praise too soon until you find out, how they behave politically. They're just as bad as human beings. Okay, so we put that on like that. Okay, so there we go. So remember the polarity. I'm gonna make sure of how things go. So, red is positive, black is negative. This is all DC power. This launch controller has. We can. Oh, you know what? Never mind. We can. It's three different. It's a triple use launch control, and I'll explain why. I just forgot about that. But let's see. She's cooing now because it's nice. She wants to see her boyfriend Leonard. Okay. All right. Here we go. So you undo these little guys right here. I don't know if you can see from there. I'm supposed to be coming into a fair amount of money in about a month or so. I may actually start getting approved. I can't really talk about it, but anyway, I might be approved for a certain type of grant for research and development. We'll have to see how that works out. Anyway, I'm gonna put the red. There you go. I'm gonna put the red right there. I think I've always done that. Okay, run that down really tight. Again with my trusty Phillips. Trusty Phillips. Come on, baby. Hold on, Nora. Yeah, boy. I never realized how big my hands were until I started trying to handle stuff that's small. Nice feeling when you go into a store and you're taller than everybody else. It's not a nice feeling when you work with really small stuff and you realize how gosh darn large your hands really are. So that's just one of those things. Okay, so here we go, I think. Okay, I'm going to put a very, very minuscule, very, very small black zip tie on this to hold these wires together. By the way, if you want to be successful at rocketry, you are going to have to be an amateur electrician. From time to time, you're going to have to figure out, diagnose, and repair electrical problems, basic electrical problems. If you work with electronics on the larger rockets, you're going to have to figure that nonsense out. Not required that you be an electrical engineer, but the smarter and more engaged you are at this craft, the better off you will fare. So there we go. We're just really, really tight. Alright, hold on, people. Yeah. I recommend in your supply box that they have zip ties, plenty of zip ties. I don't recommend being 53 years old with hands the size of grapefruit and they're as slippery as ice. I don't know what the heck that's all about. I never thought it would happen to me. That sort of thing. Okay, so you zip tied that. You look for the two small units at the top. I don't even know how to explain what I'm doing, so just bear with me for a second here, folks. Alright, here we go. And we're going to just do our best. Sink that one in, folks. There we go. Just kind of roll that dog in. I can't believe how absolutely huge my hands are. Big square hands. Alright, come on. Alright, hold on. It's not going in. Okay. So that goes in. By the way, when you're tightening something down, don't ever tighten one bolt or nut or screw at a time. Always leave everything loose, run everything in, leave everything loose. Make sure to fit stuff first. Make sure it even goes in. Then once you've got everything run in and threaded, then you go around and tighten stuff down very slowly, making sure not to damage anything. I should be doing this anyway because this project I delayed on for several days. I've just been running around. I'm going to be chasing some tools tomorrow, and I have to drive to Los Angeles to do that. I have to be somewhere at 10:30 in the morning. Okay, so here we go. Hi, Valencia. Valencia, comb your hair. The only female cat I know, just really, really super scruffy hair. Okay, so we have this that looks like that. The problem with these connectors, they have a very, very small internal diameter. So what you have to do is modify. You know what? I don't know how to modify one, but I tell you what I am going to do. I'm just going to go for broke on this nonsense. Just run these silly little pudgers in. Let me see. Well, wish me luck. Okay, so we're going to find the fasteners. Oh, here we go. These guys are no good. These guys are just too small. So, what I'm going to do, I have a collection. Okay, so here we go. We're going to attempt to make this work. I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to work. Just give it a try. My hands are literally as smooth and slippery as it can possibly be. There we go, we got one more. Here, like that. Oh, sweetheart. This is tedious. I don't like re-engineering things. I don't like plugs that are poorly engineered either. By the way, if you're rebuilding electrical cables like extension cords, watch out, man, because that stuff is expensive. That little 50-cent piece of plastic will set you back 17, 18 bucks. I understand how they justify that, but then again, there's a reason for everything. Okay, well, it's, I'm thinking I could do a little better. Let me pull these guys out because they're not doing that good. They're bottoming out. Anyway. What I can do. Anyway, guys, I know it's just a long period of silence. Okay, see, I don't think this is working either. Yeah, looks like it kind of maybe is. Look at that, it is working. Okay, these do work. Sorry this is taking so long. This is just kind of how it goes. You'd assume other people know better. And folks, don't ever put too much faith in an engineer. Engineers, they make a lot of mistakes. The people you want to look to are people like technicians and mechanics and fabricators who find all the flaws and dirty little secrets and skeletons about some piano playing lily fingered engineer who doesn't really know what he's doing. Unfortunately, they tend to smoke out all the faults and failings of a particular design, but nobody listens to them, and it's getting to the point where nobody's listening to the engineers either. I don't know what this world is coming to, but I tell you, the most maddening indeed. Okay, so this guy's gonna have to punch through the hole. Okay. It doesn't break. Yep, it just fucking broke. It just fucking broke. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me back up on this side. Hold on. I just have no luck with these white connectors. They're just so poorly made. Oh, I do see what happened. Anyway, well, this is kind of how it goes. Let's do the best we can. You know, guys, you're gonna find that, you know, if you're limited on resources and you're limited to getting certain parts, and these parts aren't very well designed or engineered, you're gonna find out, you know, exactly what bad engineering really is, and it really ires you. Don't take the blame yourself. Just chalk it up to experience. Save up your money and get stuff that costs a little bit more, like I should have, and stuff that doesn't break, and go that route. You get what you pay for. It's just I've lived for long enough to see the effects of inflation like fivefold, and it's just the funny thing is the cost of manufacturing hasn't changed, but you know shareholders in these public companies, they want to see increased profits every quarter. That drives up the price of the product. That's the only way the company can make money. Um, so it is frustrating. This connector broke as per typical, as per usual. I have come to expect nothing less. I'll probably end up getting it warrantied out. But anyway, I've got it at least somewhat assembled to demonstrate what I want to do. And look at that mess. I'm complaining about my own engineering. Hands are just as smooth and slippery as ice. Okay. I'm gonna have a little bit of a rough time right now. That's okay. I'll put a smile on my face anyway. Okay, so here we go. I'll go ahead and put these. Okay, so here I want to demonstrate what this launch controller does. I haven't wired it up yet, but this particular side, I want to show you this. This particular side right here, let's just say I'm out in the field. This is the box I'm working, or this is the table I'm working off of. This particular circuit right here in this box, this inlet, the switch, and the output switch. I'll demonstrate to you. This guy plugs in to the inlet, supplies DC power going into the box, and of course, these two fellas here hooked up to your car battery, or just a regular car battery that's not in the car. They'll last forever if you're just igniting electric matches or you're just powering up electric matches to ignite rocket motors to get the rocket to launch off the pad. But once this goes in there, this switch right here inside the box, excuse me, God goodness, you switch that to the on position. That transmits power from the battery through these wires, through this inlet to this switch, and out to this side, a 50-foot length of leads going to the igniters for the rocket motor, the rocket you're launching. So that's to demonstrate how this works on that particular channel. That's known as the input-output side, or I call it a through box. It's an advanced version of what I used to build, which was absolute garbage. I can't even believe I sold any of those dumb things, but you know, you live and you learn. This second circuit here, the second channel here, is basically the same principle, DC powered. However, it's internal. Now, I want to explain something to you about DC power and DC batteries. If you hook up the positive on these 9-volt DC batteries are 1.5 volts each, so that's a total of 9 volts each, 1.5 amps or 1.2 amps each. That's either 4.8 amps or that's 6 amps. But if you wire up the positives to one wire and you wire up the negatives to one wire. That's in parallel. That's not serious. You get basically all the voltage, but the same amperage, 1.2 amps. If you crisscross these connectors, positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative, battery to battery, and then use this negative and that positive, you get the same voltage, but you get all the amperage. So it's 9. So it's a 9. I would say it would still be a 9-volt battery, but with about roughly 4.8 to 6 amps, and that's a lot. So I'm just thinking what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and crisscross these, and I'm going to wire up this battery in series, not parallel, because 9 volts is enough. I want that amperage to really light up that fuse. This is going to be what's called a self-contained circuit. That battery in there, this switch fitting on top of it like that, turning it on and allowing battery voltage from these 9-volt batteries inside the gang, and it'll come out this side, 50-foot lead, going to the igniters, the electric match, and the rocket motor the rockets are designing. This side is for smaller rockets with smaller motors and smaller igniters. This side, the third use you can use for the side, you can use this for motor testing. This is actually an AC through box as well. However, I have to figure out how to wire that. You can hook this up to an AC wall outlet. This is an on-off switch because the switch is rated for AC power, and this is rated for AC power. You can have power up or send AC power, which is about 110 volt house with 15 amp fuse breakers. Breaker switches, excuse me, which is now a smart home. You're sending 96 to 98 volts, and that's enough to kick you on your butt. That's about that would hit you about the same as Mike Tyson punching you really hard in the chest or getting kicked by a donkey. So this is a DC through box channel right here, and this is an AC through box channel right here. So that's two functions for this one channel, and this one channel is a self-contained DC channel out. So with two components. I'm really excited about this guy. I'm not so happy about these stupid white electrical connectors. I always have a problem with the darn things, but c'est la vie, Anyway, so I'm going to block that up. I'm going to put that in the green cabinet. I really have to get going. It is 8:16. I really super duper truly hope that this video loads. I'm thinking that I hit the wrong button and I messed up somewhere. Where are we at? 33 minutes.